And welcome to the next tutorial about the importance of cutting clips as requested. Right, first thing I'm going to explain is I have a video here. It is Devil May Cry, the animated series, episode 1. Now, the reason I think it's important that we should cut or split videos up is in case we want to use them again or basically practice with moving clips around. For example, I might want to show this sequence of Dante driving the car first. So what we can do is we can cut that here and move along to some of the action, and obviously we can split it here. So we have a bit of the action here which we can drag onto the timeline. Notice I'm taking only this specific sequence, this specific scene, and none other from the movie. But before we play the scene in the car, I want to play this scene here as an example. So we'll cut that. Notice now we have the scene that we have here. We're going to rename that as Scene 1. And the scene that we want to play second, we can rename as Scene 2. We already have Scene 2 down here, but we want that to play after Scene 1. But when we drag Scene 1 onto the timeline, it becomes the second part of the clip. So we drag that to the beginning, which then makes it Scene 1. Now we can play the first scene, followed by the second scene. In this way we can arrange the clips how we want to view. We can play around with this as much as we want. But it's very boring just to have one clip change from one to the next, so we're going to add maybe a transition. We have the video transitions here, and for this particular example we're going to use the shatter in, which we simply click and drag between the two clips. Now if we zoom in on that particular area using the zoom tool, we can extend the shatter in transition to make it last just a bit longer. Now when I click play, it will go from the first scene to the second scene with a smashing transition, like so. It's better to work with transitions and timings using the actual timeline. Now you may have the storyboard view like this, which will show all the different sequences that we've placed and any transitions or effects we've added to those scenes. It is better off to click on show timeline so we have a full view of the timeline here. And that's the end of our second tutorial.